Hello, this is Bonsai, or known as XL, and I'm basically going to be talking about things that really need to get buffed in this game. And man, dude, it's just so frustrating. Like, so frustrating because there are some mobile suits that I just really want to use, and I'm going to be talking about supports. And man, oh man, dude, supports are something that I would love, and what I mean love is to get buffed. And supports just have a hard time trying to fight back raids, and raids are just, as fast as it is already. And it's just very hard. It's so hard for supports to actually keep up with all these very dangerous mall suits. And throughout these whole videos, I just had like just a bunch of normal, decent matches. They're all pretty damn good matches. And yeah, maybe in my next video I might do like some other like second place, third place matches or this and that. I just don't know why, but I just love watching a lot of my first place matches that I just been able to pull off. But as I was saying, man, look at this support, man. The support has a hard time. I mean, like, if he had maneuver armor, if he had a dodge roll, he would have been able to survive. But, supports don't get that. When I look at a support, I always think that they're just a huge, solid, freaking buffed out rock. And there are some supports that are just absolutely bad, like so useless. Some supports, man. But that's how it is majority of the time in this game. Or all hell, like, I don't care what they do with the supports. If they buff, their HP, like all their HP, they get an extra 2,000 health. That would be pretty interesting. Like, I wouldn't mind a really solid, truck. That would be some really insane stuff. Now, another thing they really need to basically add in this game is freaking literally, and when I mean literally, goddamn freaking chat. They need to bring back the chat because I really want to freaking Google Translate freaking Korean, Chinese, Japanese, because I really want to, understand what a lot of these players are saying. Sometimes I go online in YouTube and I'd be watching like other foreign YouTubers, and some have subtitles, some don't get subtitles. But legitimately, it'd be really interesting to actually watch that stuff. As for a YouTuber, like, Jesus Christ, I might as well be a goddamn freaking girl, like, I swear to God, if I was a girl YouTuber, man, I'd be getting views for days, views for days. This is a pretty damn interesting match. Now, during this sort of mode, I'm not sure if this is called mix-up, but it's the one where you become a target. I really love this mode. I really love this. Now, this game really needs to basically change the modes. Like, I feel like they need to add more modes. Like, they need to add more modes in this game. There's this specific mode where you basically have, I swear to God, man, I just dislike this mode. This is one of my most hated modes in the entire game. And especially when you are a support, you are absolutely dead in this mode if you are a support. Now, this mode is the one where you get like a 25,000 point lead or something like that. I'm not sure what is the point lead. But yeah, this mode, man, it's kind of annoying. It's called mix up, and mix up is a very big pain. Like sometimes I'd be literally in a lobby, all right, and I'd be waiting a whole hour, like literally a whole hour for this game, and this game only lasts for goddamn freaking like goddamn 2 minutes. Like the game ends like in 2 minutes. You know, if you're lucky, you know, it can land like 4 minutes. But you know, waiting for a game for an hour for freaking mix up is just so annoying. And not only that, when you're playing mix up, it's just utter bullshit, especially when you're a support. And when you are a support and when a raid spots you, the raid is going to kill you throughout the whole match. And you know, the raid is going to get like 4 or 5 kills and the match is already ended. And God dude, I just dislike mix up. And mix up is not very you know, stable for supports. And there are some players who are like pretty damn new in this game, and they get dropped into mix-up. They would die like so many times, and you're literally like you're a dude holding the team. I'm not BSing. Like I know this for a fact. There's a lot of players that've been doing this, but let's just say you get like freaking first place, but you lose the match. And you lose the match because your whole team just keeps on dying. And damn dude, just doing mix up is kind of a pain. Now this mode that I was basically doing is shuffle. Target shuffle is fun as hell. Like you just get randomly picked in your team, and when you get randomly picked, you know, it's really really fun, and you get a time limit. It's really awesome. And I swear to God, man, I love freaking target shuffle. I love it because of you know, a lot of the players, you know, it just gets randomly picked. It's kind of like getting a, you know, a complete whole hand of, you know, cards, like Uno cards, you know what I mean? And then you just get randomly like this one Uno card, like, oh, I'm gonna be this one, you know what I mean? And that's what I love about target shuffle. Now mix up, I just feel like they need to work on mix up. They need to add more goddamn freaking points, because I swear to God, dude, like sometimes you would get like a 1,200 cost type of mobile suit, and you know, like an inexperienced player is going to lose the whole match because he would just die constantly because of how much points that mobile suit is. You know, like if it's like a 400 cost match, if it's a 500 cost match, 650 cost match is the worst. I just feel like it's probably the worst mode in the entire game. You know why I say it's the worst mode in the entire game? Like there would be some people who would use a Q-blade throughout that whole match. And when I mean a Q-blade throughout the whole match, it's a raid, and they don't know how to use it, and they die like 3, 4, 5 times. And I'm just like, come on, yo. But as you can see, I'm using the BB right here, and the thing about this BB, it's one of the most deadly raids that you can ever come across if you're good enough. Right here, this man, it's a new sort of technique that a lot of players have been trying to abuse, is that they basically get out of their mobile suit and then get back in. You know, when they get out of their mobile suit and get back in, it's a really really good technique. It's pretty impressive. I haven't been able to pull that off and get back into combat, but majority of the time when I try to do that, it never works out in my favor. But yeah, that's a pretty interesting technique from the Tristan. I've seen players do it before. Now, Dude, wouldn't it be really cool if they made a mode called Moonbase, and in this specific mode, Moonbase, would it be cool if it was like 12v12? Like that'd be like a 24 player match, and it would just be a random group of players in this huge, expansive Moonbase map where everybody's just wandering around and fighting giant mechs, yo. Like that mode sounds really cool. It doesn't sound competitive. It sounds really, really, functional. With a player might be really, really lucky trying to get, nice stuff, nice kills right there, here and there. Man, that would be a really, really cool mode, you know. Or there should be a mode, there should be a mode where it would be called, I don't know, probably Elite, where there would be a really, really good player. Like you would start the match with the extremely good player, like an S minus player who's really good, and he doesn't die or something like that. He's like, let's just say it's like a mode where it's just like the best player in the game, and like your whole team is supposed to do whatever it can to take down this dangerous ass player. That'd be cool. But let's just hope that that mode won't be like too overpowered when it involves like a support. Cause man, dude. And as I said, supports, they need a buff. I mean, look at this dude. Can't do anything against this raid. Can't do anything. That is sad, man. And when you're a support and when you're trying to fight a BB, you're just gonna have to pray if that BB doesn't like mess you up. Look at this. Became an ace right here. Insane stuff. Now that man was able to predict my movement. Really nice, solid stuff. Look at this. I feel like the BB should get a nerf, because like I feel like these huge shields are just messed up. It's just so messed up. It's like you're carrying a goddamn freaking kangaroo, dude. It's like you're carrying an extra kangaroo baby with this thing, which is insane stuff. Look at this. Raid kicking ass. And what makes this thing even more deadly is the insane speed this thing has. The insane speed this goddamn freaking raid has is wild, dude. As I can see, there is number 1, number 4, number 2, number 5. Now they have a really, really good solid line. That is beautiful. It's kind of like a strategic line that man, kind of reminds me of that sort of thing, like the Magna line, or the German type of thing called the Dragon's Teeth. And yeah. Right over here, there was this dude trying to approach me. I was having a hard time trying to face this dude. I wasn't prepared for his attack. And I was getting basically outnumbered at this whole specific scenario, which is really bad news for me. Like, look at this whole like engagement. It was just like everybody was squished in together. It felt like goddamn man, dude. It felt like goddamn freaking Chinese food, dude. This is just like some freaking mad chop suey in there, which just has a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and yeah, this is a a specific match with the Zero Shiki. Good stuff. But yeah, like as I said, dude, this game would be so awesome. It would be so awesome if they added a little bit of mode. You know what I mean? Like this game is making probably billions of dollars while you're asleep. You know what I mean? And they are literally bragging about Genshin, about how much money they are making. This game is probably making so much goddamn money while they were asleep. And the whole freaking gacha systems in the games are just really, it makes me really salty. I feel like it makes everybody salty. The gacha system is just, it's just a pay to win system that really, it just frustrates the whole player base. And I just feel like, the government should just jump in and just ban the whole fucker, dude. Like, if we don't ban this freaking whole sort of gacha system, the gacha system is going to conquer the whole fucking, electronic industry. And if it conquers the whole electronic industry, we can't do two shits about it. And it's just like the whole sort of electronic industry type of bullshit is just messed up. They're just going to do everything they can to milk us. Like they just want to milk the hell out of the goddamn freaking sperm whales. And I'm one of them, dude. I'm trying. I'm doing everything I can to stop this this obsession. Like I have an obsession to want more and more, and like lately I've been actually stopping in a lot of specific games. And when I remember the very first time I literally dropped money in a game. And as funny as it sounds, I feel like I dropped money in a porn game. Yes, I know, a porn game. And it was like a hentai game, like I was like so goddamn addicted. I was like, oh, I want that one. That character looks so goddamn freaking bomb. I want that character. And once you get it, you just don't physically have it. It's just there. And sometimes, when I'm using a goddamn support, I just feel like I'm using a goddamn freaking, like a Gatcha freaking mobile suit, just praying that it's going to get some kills or it's not going to get some kills. But man, dude, the government, like, I feel like all the governments in the world should just go to these places and tell them, you need to stop this shit or we're going to all arrest your freaking greedy asses. Like, come on, dude. Like, this is like people's freaking money they are toying with, They're toying with so much money, dude. And not only that, like, these people are, with all this money in this accounts. And when I mean all this money in their accounts, they are just saving it and saving it and saving it and saving it. Sometimes they don't give to the poor, and sometimes they do give to the poor. But they are hoarders, money hoarders, as a matter of fact. People who are millionaires and don't like giving out money, that sort of thing. It's money hoarders. And the thing is, throughout the whole 25 years of my entire life, dude, I don't know how much money I put in gaming, dude. Probably like $500,000, or who knows, I don't even know. But it's just so much goddamn freaking money, and yo, it's just a lot of money. A lot of people are just putting it. You know, people spend even more money than me, dude. Like, so much more money. Probably spend freaking millions and millions of dollars in gaming products, you know, electronics, PCs, CDs, digital, and the only reason why I put money in this game is because I can physically use these specific mobile suits. But how badass would this game would be if they didn't run on that fucking crap, you know? Like, let's just say, you know, every single 10 battles you receive like 10 pulls, you know? How badass would that be? You know, I feel like almost every single player in this game will be able to get whatever sort of mobile suit they want, instead of, you know, waiting for years and years to get a specific type of freaking, you know, freaking mobile suit that you've always dreamed of. You know, I know players who finally was able to get a freaking Hayaku Shiki after years later, dude. Years later. You know, I know players that probably finally got their freaking Mark II after, you know, a year later or something like that. And that's what makes it really, really insane. Now, the whole thing is that we get a whole bunch of players or people who say, oh, you know, the PS4 players are so damn late. They haven't been able to get money for, you know, the PS5, the new latest type of things and this and that. I'm gonna tell you something, dude. Some people just don't have the money for it, dude. Some people just they have the money, then they don't have the money. You know, some people are just born broke. Some people are like live broke. And, you know, if you're running through a whole freaking broke ass life, you know, it's best to just get the frick out and just start a whole new sort of freaking easier life, so you don't have to be like extremely broke all the freaking time. Now, I literally have a choice. Like, I have a choice to either buy a PS5 or, you know, buy other things to, you know, to do this, like, survival shit. You know, like, you have to do everything you can to do survival. But, you know, if the whole world just finally figures out what's going on, then everything can literally work out the way it's supposed to be. Right over here, that me and that guy, we were basically two Shikis fighting it out. And when you're fighting against a Shiki versus a Shiki, I feel like that's the most entertaining type of fight in long range. Right over here, I'm basically trying to go after this man, shooting him at the legs. Now the Hyakushiki, really solid stuff, especially when you shoot an opponent when they're down on the floor and you just spam the beam gun on the legs. It does considerable damage. And when I mean considerable damage, if you literally waste your whole beam beam gun on a dude, you can literally do some insane damage on the legs with the Hyakushiki, which is really, really nice stuff, which I really, really love. Now, the whole thing about gaming is that, you know, it can be cheap. You know, if you find something that you really, really, really like, it can be cheap. But, you know, there's always going to be something that you want to just literally jump in. You're just like, oh, I want to jump into this. You know, it's kind of like the same thing if you literally you know, get involved with weapons like guns, real life. You know, you're gonna be like, oh man, I really love this gun, dude. I'm gonna buy this other gun. You know, I'm gonna get this one. I'm gonna get that one. I'm really obsessed with this one. You know, and you know, people have their obsessions. You know. And the thing about gaming, you know, it's just it's an escape. You know? It's something that, you know, a lot of people say, and you know, I really, really agree. You know, it's an escape out of reality, and it comes with a high cost, and the high cost is that you have to pay for a freaking monthly membership to play a specific game that you want to freaking play. Oh, you want to play this? Oh, well, you need to put like $10 monthly. Oh, you want to play this game? You need to pay like $20 monthly. Um, it's something that, you know, it's kind of painful, and you know, living expenses and everything. You know, the whole shenanigans. YouTubers, you know, want to do things. Understandable. Everybody's got their hobbies, man. I love a lot of the hobbies in this world. I'm so glad that this world has all this sort of hobbies instead of like a world without no hobbies. Like, I literally have a brother-in-law, and he has a hobby for like cars, and he would do all sorts of things for cars. He would always upgrade his car. He would do all sorts of things for his car. Blah blah blah. You know. Pretty insane stuff. And the thing is, you know, like, I barely even have any money to even like play games, or I barely have any money to get like a specific game. Like, oh, you know, like I want to buy this game, DayZ, you know, and I don't know how many times I bought the game DayZ. Like, I don't know how many times I bought Arma 2, for the whole sort of, you know, zombie aspect. And I freaking love this whole zombie aspect, you know, just surviving and this and that. Then I bought the whole version on PC. Then I even bought some freaking mods, and it was really cool, you know. And then I wanted to get myself into, you know, the PS4 type of DayZ, but I've never played the PS4. I've heard some really good stuff about it, but you know, the thing is, you know, PC is the master race. It's basically the whole master race of gaming, you know. I have to agree with that. If, you know, if you want something really, really specced out, you know, you can make it specced out. That's what I love about a lot of the PC stuff. Really, really cool things. Like, I've been able to see online. I'm not sure if you ever seen this, but they would basically have a whole PC goddamn freaking desk. A whole PC desk. I'm just like, man, that would be kind of like a dream PC I would love to pull. You know, I would love to get something like that. But you know, excessive amounts of money for that thing. Now, throughout all these matches, you know, I did pretty damn good. You know, decent games here and there. I was actually planning to put a specific video, and yeah, there are gonna be, you know, days where it's just gonna be bad days and good days, and you know, specific matches. And you know, if you do get those matches of, you know, good matches, savor it, dude. Savor those matches. Do whatever you can. Now this sort of mole suit is, you know, one of those mole suits that I would love to pull. Like that Tristan, I would love to pull that mole suit, but you know, to get that mole suit, I have to get the freaking, you know, into the Gatcha system and spend money in this goddamn Gatcha system, which is kind of annoying, you know. Like, you want that specific mole suit? Oh well, you have to do this. You know what I mean? But you know, as I said, man, supports, man, they need help. Like the supports need a extra goddamn hand or something like that. They need like some freaking Super Saiyan shit or something to get out of their really bad, you know, moments. I swear to God, man. Look at that support, man. 7th Gundam couldn't do anything, you know what I mean? Like, you have to be really, really strategic with your goddamn supports. You know, you can't be just hopping here. You can't be hopping there. If you hop into a group of, you know, 3 enemies, all 3 of the enemies are gonna, you know, take advantage and terminate you. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Look at that. That is another technique. You can actually go, you know, drift off the bridges if you have the flight program. Like, how cool would it be if, you know, the supports had a flight program? That would actually sound stupid. You know, as heavy as it sounds, you know, they would just drop down, you know, they would just drop down. It just wouldn't make any sense. As you can see, another thing they need to fix in this game is the melee. That melee 100% connected with that map. And, you know, man, dude, I don't know why, but it's just like the connection problems are just really frustrating. Like, so frustrating that I'm just like, yo, we all could have had this guy if the connection just literally freaking like whipped in. And you know, sometimes connection, there would literally be a dude who, you know, hit you with an axe, you know, hit you with an axe a freaking mile away, and you're just like, that axe was nowhere near me. You know, sometimes it just doesn't feel as realistic as I think it is. Look at that. With such little health, I was able to do insane damage. And there are going to be certain things that I will not mention. Like, I will not mention like certain sort of secrets of how to, you know, do certain things, or how to get a slight advantage. And if you want to mention anything, like, oh, like, want to mention how did you do that, what did you do right there at that specific time, I will answer it for you. I will be honest, you know. And getting info is, you know, a really big help in certain moments. But I will not mention certain secrets, because that would put me in slight disadvantages. And I want to come in, you know, come in real nice and hot. Right over here, man was distracted. Strike them from behind. Typical thing. Look at this. Poor support. Look at that. That freaking downswing clicked. Why is the internet connection not connecting any of this crap? You know, I just don't understand. Right there, I would have been able to catch that man with his heavy Dresden axe. And you know, that axe is pretty damn dreaded. You gotta have to keep an eye out for that axe. When you keep an eye out for the axe, you can catch it easy, no problem. When he pulls out the axe, he's going for an attack 100% of the time. Now, this is the GM command. The GM command, highly recommend this thing. It works, and it works. And they could do some pretty damn nasty, you know, damage if you can time it precisely. I feel like all the GM commands from, you know, level 1 to level 4 are pretty damn decent mobile suits. And yeah, you know, like, what I don't understand is, like, some players think I'm cheating. Nah, dude, it's all in the mind, you know. When you're using this, you know, a lot of these mole suits, it's just, a lot of it is in the mind. You gotta think precisely what's gonna happen in that specific moment. That support was able to, you know, do stuff right there, was really retarded. Why do you want to use a camera? You know, why are you using a camera in a combat situation? Are you trying to spot me, trying to say like, yo, come and save me? No, it's not going to work that. If you want to spot someone, use the goddamn freaking that support Isaac. That support Isaac is what it's meant for, you know. And, you know, he could have used the other different weapon from the Zaka right here. Look at this. Taking advantage like if it's nothing with this small suit. And throughout this whole moment, I was basically getting outnumbered in this small suit. You know what I mean? Like, look at this. I'm getting absolutely outnumbered, outclassed in all these small suits. Look at this thing go. Look at that. Savage. You're telling me that you can't outnumber sort of mobile suits? Look at that. I'm using a GM command with this. Insane stuff. Now this guy is going to get outnumbered. Let's see if he can outclass a whole group of guys. Look at that. Look at this. This is kind of like one of those annoying moments. I'm just like, okay. Ah, crap. And he launched the bazooka on the wall, which he was able to get a nice splash damage right there, which is some pretty damn solid stuff. Right over here, I tried to take him by surprise. Couldn't take him by surprise. He landed a really nice shot on me, and he is planning to take the base. And he was using a Zaku 2 Type S. The Zaku 2 Type S is a very remarkable mobile suit. It's very nice. I don't know how many times I've been able to do like really epic miracles with that mobile suit. The Zaku Type 2S was basically trying to get out of this whole situation. He did some pretty damn considerable damage to, you know, basically whole team. Was able to catch him. Did some nice old work right there. I was basically having my whole mobile suit prepped at that specific situation. Right over here, try to go after this Zaku 1. Now, artilleries can be very unpredictable. Very unpredictable. Sometimes you can walk through an artillery and not get hit once. Sometimes you can literally be at the very edge of the artillery and you get spanked like real freaking hard. And it just doesn't make any sense in certain moments. Right over here, I couldn't see anything. The smoke was basically in my way, dissipating, clouding my judgment. Zaku, hell yeah, that guy did some really sick, beautiful work with that Zaku Type S. And as you can see, look at how many players are in my team. 4, 6, 4, 1. You know why they are a whole big group huddled right there? Is because of my sort of, you know, like holding down a whole group of enemies by myself was able to give our team members a big upper hand and having a huge amount of reinforcements. Look at that. Huge amount of reinforcements. Beautiful drop shot right here. Going after this Zaku. I wanted to go after him because he was a very dangerous opponent for me. Went after him, got my revenge. And me and that Zaku guy, we were just trying to kill each other back and forth, which is good stuff. Look at that. Insane work right here. Look at that. By myself, holding these guys by myself. And yeah, that's basically it. Hope you all have a good day. Take care. Go against those gotcha systems. Hell with those gotcha systems. F gotcha systems. See y'all later. Take a wonderful time off. And take care.